I actually don't have a mic, so I don't necessarily know. I hope the audio quality is not that bad. It shouldn't be. The last time I used this camera it was fine. But for the most part, I'm not going to be using a mic in this one because I don't have one set up. So today, or tonight, we're going to be doing a tea time with Mia. I actually wanted to get started around like 8:30, but my tea was not ready and I was rehearsing. It's chai. So anyway, I figured this would be the best way to start this channel, to start with the tea time. It's late. It's not as late as I'm usually up. I'm usually up to like 6 a.m. And that's because I pull all-nighters as a college student. I work a lot on and off throughout the day, doing multiple different types of things, which I cannot give you a direct list of at this time because my brain is not braining. So I usually just stay up throughout the night and I do schoolwork and I do all these different things. I'm actually in college for agricultural science. Yes, because I like taking care of animals and making plants. In the future, I actually want to become a holistic health practitioner. I want to be a doctor, but that's going to take a lot of work, which I'm excited for, but I'm just taking it step by step. For the most part, though, I'm actually a really creative individual. I do a lot of art and music, which you guys will hear a lot of. The songs that I play in my videos, that I will play in my videos, I'm saying it as present tense, speaking that into existence. The songs that I will be playing or putting into my videos are original songs that I will be making myself. So y'all be able to hear that. I eventually want to start selling beats, but I just haven't. I don't know, I make them and I feel so like they're my babies. I made those beats and I can't just sell them. I don't know. So for the most part, I'll just be playing them. I think I'm still technically in midterm season, but I'm about to get out of it. I think the hardest one, 100%, was math. The math one, I was 100% sure that I bombed it. I did not bomb it that much. I passed. That's really all that I care about, passing that class. I really despise math class. I like numbers. I can calculate very well. It's just the way that they ask the questions is so complicated to me. But the learning about the animals and how to take care of them and, take care of crops and making sure that stuff grows, excuse me, it's so easy to me because it's something that I enjoy. School used to be, oh my goodness, excuse me, school used to be so hard for me because I had to learn stuff I didn't want to learn. It was very difficult for me to get acclimated into doing this stuff because it was just like, I don't care about this. My focus is very interest-based. I was about to say entrance-based. Where am I entering into? Okay, entrance-based. No, not interest-based. That's the word. I was actually I was going over some different things that I wrote when I was like going crazy over a show, which I should probably talk about. Because Castlevania Nocturne just came out. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. I watched the first show, the first Castlevania, and I was crazy. I was so hyper fixated on that show. I wrote so much fan fiction. And I actually went to my blog and looked at all the stuff that I posted around that time. And I'm sitting here reading it, I'm like, girl, who wrote this? What was going on? What was I on? What was going on? I was tripping. I was genuinely tripping. And the funny thing about it was I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it, what was that? I think like 2020, 2021 is when I watched it. And I watched it a lot. I only watched everything like once, I believe. Probably a couple of times in season 4. I rewatched season 4. I have a lot of thoughts about that. I have a lot of thoughts about the new one too, which I should probably dig into. I don't watch that much, and I don't watch as much anime as I want to watch because not only is my attention span kind of messed up, I have a lot to do, and it's really difficult for me to sit down and watch something and then take notes so I can talk about it. I just be watching it. So honestly, I might just start doing like live reactions to stuff. and just discuss my feelings right then and there. That might be better for me. I gotta crack my code a little bit. I can't be like, okay, let's do it this way. I want to be more detailed and organized with things, but it just like sometimes it does not happen with the way that my brain works. So yeah. I often wonder, did y'all hear? They're saying that there's rust on the moon. What do you mean there's rust on the moon? How did y'all get rust on the moon? I want to know how that was done. Who was in charge? How do you get rust on the moon? Not to mention the fact, what type of material? Rust. What is it? Y'all said that the moon was rocks. How are rocks rusting? Do rocks rust? Let's Google. I want to see this. Because if rocks don't rust, somebody lying. Somebody is lying. They do rust. But they have to, particularly those containing iron-rich minerals, is prone to rusting. So, moon rocks got a lot of iron in them. I wanted to be a space scientist at one point to learn about rocks. I wanted to do a lot of things with my time. Genuinely. I wanted to be a space scientist. What else? I wanted to be a nail tech, hairstylist. I wanted to be a musician. I am a musician now. Okay, so for the second part, we're just gonna go ahead and do my skincare routine that is not completely a skincare routine because it's just me cleaning my face and moisturizer. But this is what we're doing for tea time. I couldn't make myself drink any more of the tea because I was all teed out. I made too big of a cup like I usually do. It's in the microwave now. I'm not gonna finish drinking it right now anyway because I am full. I actually, I want tacos. I just thought about like waiting to wash my face because when I eat, I'm probably gonna get food on my face. It's fine. I'll finish this. It's completely fine. I hope it looks soapy. I should use my mirror. I've already washed my face. I want it to dry now. I want to dry now. I actually didn't necessarily start doing skincare until a little bit of a while ago because I didn't think about this stuff. I don't even know what I was doing as a teenager. I actually have a Curology subscription that I use for this because I have acne. That's where I have acne. And okay, time to open. Hold on. My new container, the other one is finito. So, as I was saying, I don't put too much. I have only been doing skincare for a bit of a while because your girl didn't know nothing about all of this stuff. I mean, I knew washing your face is what you needed to do, which I did. As you guys can see, it's not like perfect. My skin is not perfect. Your skin is perfect at this point. But yeah, I didn't know that there was more that you could do. I feel like a lot of the issues that I had with like acne and everything else, I just sort of accepted. Like, you know, oh, here's another horrible thing that I have to deal with in my life. Woohoo, you know? And that kind of led to me sort of accepting a lot of different things into my zone that I didn't necessarily have to accept, which is a whole other story. But I have gotten more into, you know, effort and intention. There we go. Putting in the time to make sure that I am feeling okay, that I'm taking care of myself, that I am doing what needs to be done so that I feel healthy and happy. Ooh, that is a lot. That's a lot. Let's just do that. Yeah. Healthy and happy and taking care of myself. And that has taken a lot of precedence over a lot of different things. I don't know, when you start really thinking about what you want in your life and focusing on making sure that you're getting that in your life, it opens the door up for you to be more selective. And that's what I did. I became a lot more selective as an individual and as a person. And I enjoy it. I enjoy it. I mean, everybody was already calling me a witch any other way. So why not give into the time to say, hey, I don't want you in my life. And I can be 100% firm in that. And I don't have to care about how that makes you feel. Because me being like a gentle, or purposefully, intentionally gentle person, because that's what happens, you know, there's two different ways that an individual deals with anger issues, okay? They either become very volatile and aggressive, or they become so careful and so gentle in everything that they do. And that's what happened to me. I became very particular in the way that I treated people and how I made people feel, and it did become a bit of a problem. It did. I can say that 100% without any shame. It did become a bit of an issue. But nowadays, I don't know, I'm just sort of like, I'm more focused on doing what works for me. Because it's my life and I'm the one who has to deal with the consequences. When I was younger, I wanted to do what would keep the peace. And now, as an adult, honey, I just don't care about that no more. My peace is a lot more important than making sure that other people have access to me in ways that they should not, you know? And I am spending more time making sure that I am prioritizing my needs and my wants, and which my needs and my wants are the same thing, by the way. You can do that. Nobody told you that. You can do that. But yeah. So that's what I'm doing basically. With my time, I'm focusing more on like taking care of myself in that way as much as I possibly can, because the world is jacked up. I mean, it's fudged up, y'all. Messed up to the point to where it's a little bit depressing to look at, especially for my generation, because it's like we're so young and we just got here and we don't get to do anything anymore. All the stuff that all these generations did before us, we don't get to do because they ruined everything. And that's messed up. That's jacked up. It's horrible that we have to kind of like deal with that. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. As an overachiever, as somebody who likes to give 210% at all times, I have noticed that it has become a very big problem. Shocker, I know. But it's an issue because I give so much of my time to doing more, to making sure that I am above and beyond, not necessarily for praise, but more so for validity of myself as an individual, because I had people that were constantly calling me lazy and, oh, you don't ever work enough, or you don't do this, or you don't do that, you know. And when you're dealing with a lot up here, it's just very difficult to handle everyday things. And because I did not like being criticized in that way, I developed this very dangerous habit of pushing through everything, to the point to where as an adult, it has become a bit difficult for me to know when to stop and take a moment. And again, this is something that I'm working on, but I know that this is something that probably you or someone else or someone that you know may be experiencing. I feel that when we get into the rhythm of something, when we cope with different things and we don't necessarily have people there that can see what's happening and pay attention to it, we develop these survival habits that are so detrimental to our health that nobody is really there to break down and say, hey, you gotta stop doing that, because if you don't stop, you're gonna break yourself. I noticed that as an overachiever, this is a thing that I have developed, and many times I have to stop myself throughout everything that I'm doing, and I have to say, okay, wait a minute. Are you in a position to do this? If you are not, take a freaking moment, dude. Because if you don't stop and give yourself a moment, it's all not going to mean anything anyway. So, and a reminder for you, take care of yourself. I'm not going to step over. Take care of yourself, I said. So that concludes our tea time and skincare routine and me like blabbing. I don't even know what I talked about, 75% of what happened here. Anyway, I had a wonderful time. It was great. So, I don't know, I guess subscribe if you want to, but I would like to have you here so we can hang out and talk about whatever. So, goodbye.